Alright, yo, what's up, guys? So, wanted to make a video on what happened over the past couple of days and some updates. Alright, so we started class, not taking any of those hard science classes, just a lot of GE classes, right? The classes, not super difficult classes, so I got quite a bit of time on my hand. Kind of just messing around at the moment. So learning tidbits here and there, right? So I'm a little sick, like you see right now. But yeah, they kind of got over some like the basics of pharmacology, or aka the good, the bad, and ugly of drugs. So pharmacology is like the science of drugs, right? All the medicine, the ingredients, how to use it, and how you inject it, or the action you use in your body. Like, do you swallow it? Is that nasal? Do you inject it into your leg, your stomach, etc.? Right? Now there's a word called pharmacodynamics, which is the process of which how medicine works on the body. Right? Now a lot of medical names are kind of just named after the thing it was made from, or you might know seeing stuff like Tylenol, for example. Now, that's not the actual name of medicine, that's the brand name. See, okay, so now there's really two big main types of medicine. You can categorize them in like two different ways. There's agonists and antagonists. So an agonist is a type of medication that causes stimulation of receptors, while antagonists blocks receptors and other chemicals which are attached. Basically, it's a blocker. It prevents stuff from happening, right? And then you got stuff like antibiotics, which targets bacteria. You see, antibiotics only works against bacteria. It kills bacteria. It does stuff like prevent them from it'll do stuff like dissolve their membrane, or prevent them from doing cellular respiration, stuff like that. Well, for viruses, you can't really you can't really take medication to kill it. You kind of have to let your body suck it out and kill it on its own. But you can take medicine to relieve some of the pressure, or some conditions, right? So, and then you got stuff like antifungal medicine, which targets fungi instead of bacteria. So it's a lot of infections out there that are caused by fungus. Okay, fungus. Now it's also important to give the correct dosage to your patients, because at the end of the day, you don't want to give the wrong dosage to the patient. Because when you get too much like nitroglycerin or something, right? You're gonna make them go insane. You can actually kill the patient too. That's really bad. You lose your medical license. So. Okay, now I'm gonna go over some basic medicine names. So this the normal name it has, like albuterol, which is for which is for asthma. And then you may hear words like nitroglycerin, but then you might hear the name of it like nitrostat instead of nitroglycerin. Like, hey, let me get some. You are like, hey, give me some nitrostat. A lot of people won't say, give me nitrostat. And then you got, same thing with Tylenol. It's the same thing as acetaminophen, which is a painkiller. It's kind of like how people call it, like it's a brand name basically, like Coca-Cola, Kleenex, Jello, something like that. Also, some really big ones you see out there in the market are like Advil, Nuprin, or Motrin. Pretty big generic brands for medicine. Advil, definitely Advil. So medicine can be prescribed by a doctor. So usually stuff like Ozempic or stuff like that would be prescribed by a doctor. Something that can be abused and like a little unsafe can have to be prescribed. Or a little expensive to prescribe. But then you got like over-the-counter medicine. It's kind of like the same way as prescription. You still get prescribed. You pick it at the pharmacy. Yeah. just normal medicine like Advil, you can just find it on the shelf on like your Walmart, Walgreens, blah blah. Now, prescription medicine can only be distributed to the patient only by an order of a physician. The physician has to give you the green light to tell the pharmacist to give you the medicine. Now, off the counter, it can be purchased directly without a prescription. Okay. Now, over time, as medicine become more and more tested and we determine it as safe, it will be more available to be over the counter rather than being prescribed by a physician. Okay. Now, there are many ways to inject medication within your body. There's the route, and then there is the rate. So let me get this right. Oh, right. Now, there's for example, there is a make a listing here. You can do it in SL, which is sublingual, which is very fast, rapid is that's fast, very fast. And you got per rectum, PR per rectum, shoot your ball basically, rectum. Sorry. It's also fast, rapid, so that's fast. And then you got your mouse. Right, that's usually pretty slow because you got to digest it, right? Some of the basics one, right? Just I'm gonna go too deep into it, but and you got stuff like IV or intravenous. They shoot the medicine to your vein, which is almost effective immediately. And you got inhalation, like how you do with epidural. Intranasal, also pretty fast. Intramuscular is where they take a shot in your muscle. Like for example, if you had a shot in your arm on your shoulder, that would be intramuscular. And then there's subcutaneous, and then transcutaneous, which is like your sugar skin. What else? What else? Also tablets and capsules, which is just basically a way for the medication to be taken in the mouth, so that because a lot of medicine they don't taste really good, right? Which is why companies like Advil, stuff like that, they'll make their medicine different flavors, just for the reason of it. And then you're supposed to drink tablets and capsules with water. There's actually some cases where a person will eat a capsule or pill and it gets stuck in his throat, and then it can get really ugly when that happens. Okay, you do not want that to happen. Okay, I'm not gonna go too deep on what could happen, but always swallow and drink plenty of water when you take that. Okay. Now, we're gonna go over some of the more basics. Okay, so let's say, like, kind of the military, there's a huge idea of right time, right place, and right uniform. Same here with medication, right? It makes you give the right patient the right medication, the right amount of doses, the right route. So you don't want to put like albuterol in their butt or something, right? And it has to be during the right time, because your body, it has to take medication. You can't take too much medication at a time. Like for example, if you take too much to see the benefit at a time, it can be really bad for your liver. Right? You want to take it in a set amount of time, okay? And then, of course, you want to be able to have the right to educate your patient, right? Tell them how to take it. Tell them how to do it, right? You don't want them to overdose on it or cause problems and then come back in feeling worse, right? Or especially with antibiotics, you can't just stop taking, right? Because your bacteria body can build a resistance to the antibiotic, and then you just stand there, and then it start stop taking it, and then there's still antibiotics left in the body, and those antibiotics is gonna be less effective, and then you're gonna be more sick. Okay. And of course, right documentation. You gotta be able to document everything. It helps prevent headache attacks. Okay. So, I'm gonna go over some more basics, right? There is stuff like, so medicine is really complicated, right? It has a lot of effects, a lot of side effects, right? Like, we're gonna go over some basic ones. Like, you got aspirin, right? It's like That's it. It's good for preventing fever, right? Fever, anti-inflammatory, prevents platelets from clumping, and it's good for headaches, muscle aches, fever, and chest pain around the heart area, I guess. And you can inject into body should be but okay. And some effects would be like nausea, vomiting, bleeding. So yeah, a huge common one that people have when taking medication is that they get hypertension or faster, my bad. Higher blood pressure and tachycardia. Tachycardia means that they have their heart is beating faster than normal. Okay, and anxiety is one too. Nausea, vomiting, and you ever see those ads on TV, and then they kind of go like, "Oh, side effects, this and that." Yeah. So, and a lot of them will be like, allergic reaction. Some people can be allergic. Like when you start to go to the doctor, might tell you, "Hey, are you allergic to this and that?" And then chances are, if you never heard of it, then you're probably not allergic. So, yeah. Anyways, ibuprofen, which is another painkiller, usually for like pain, fever, headache, muscle ache, blah blah. And then same thing with aspirin. It kind of leads to the same thing too. You can have an allergic reaction, nausea, feel a little dizzy. You might even barf a little bit, stomach pain, and even bleeding. So, I would not recommend taking ibuprofen for trauma. Right? And it's also, do not take it for trauma. I would not recommend that. So. Anyways, what else we got here? So yeah, okay, nitroglycerin. So nitroglycerin is a type of sublingual medication. So it's mainly to help relieve pain of angina. So it's how I say this. It's the so so the muscles around your chest heart area requires oxygen, right? And then if you get that pain in your heart, it would be causing called angina pectoris. This is caused by not enough oxygen reaching the area. So the pain that you feel there is like the blood vessels, they get blocked or they get too thin, and they can't get enough oxygen. Right? You get that little chest pain. But another cause would just be like spasms, I guess, and then. But the thing is that the heart, it can't rest. Okay, it has to keep beating forever and ever and ever, because heart stops beating, you fucking die. But and then you got your legs, right? Like your muscle legs, they're a lot different. Okay, you can keep running and running. You're tired, take a break for one day, and you keep running. So what nitroglycerin does is that increases the blood flow by causing your arteries to open up a little bit. So it basically relaxes the blood vessels, right? It relaxes the veins, and then so less blood will return to the heart, so the heart doesn't have to work as hard, okay? And the blood pressure will then decrease. But because of this, it's also important to always make sure you check your patient's blood pressure before administering nitroglycerin. If the systolic blood pressure is less than 100 milligrams HG, then do not give them nitroglycerin. You will freak ill. Okay. I'm not gonna explain why, but it just don't get. Okay. So even the patient who's a normal blood pressure should probably just sit down or just have their head elevate a little bit in case they may faint. A significant decrease in the patient's blood pressure occurs then the patient's like dizzy. Then just don't lie down. Just lie down. Yeah. Now, this is another case where, what if the person has like a heart attack? Okay, a heart attack. So, this for instance, okay, so a heart attack, aka myocardial infarction or MI, is when your heart gets blocked from getting blood to the heart, right? The heart muscle, which also known as myocardium. The clock is not cleared in time, that part of the heart muscle will freaking die. And if it dies, that's bad, because you'll die. So, if nitrogen no longer brings relief to a person in whom it has previously worked on, then the person may experience a heart attack instead of an angina attack. So instead of not enough oxygen with some part and get chest pain, they get a heart attack instead. Okay? So it's important to know how much nitroglycerin they actually need before you actually in an actual situation. Okay? So there's also nitroglycerin patch. You mainly give them like a patch, right? So there's quite a few. Okay, these are all the effects that nitroglycerin has. It relaxes the muscle walls. It gets less blood to the heart, so the heart doesn't work as hard. Decreases your blood pressure, and also relaxes arteries throughout the body. And sometimes it could cause a headache or like a burning feeling under your tongue. But yeah. Or another big one is epinephrine, or people often call it EpiPen, because that's what it comes in, right? So, epinephrine is a hormone, actually. I wouldn't really consider a medication, but yeah, it's a hormone that controls your body's like fight or flight system. Okay, it's a medication that you administer intramuscularly, so you do it in your muscle. So the way it does is that it basically like copies and imitates the effect of your sympathetic nervous system. Okay, your body releases epinephrine when you get stressed out, like when you're scared, or when you're next to someone you really like. Right. So because epinephrine is secreted by your adrenal glands, it's also sometimes people will also call it adrenaline. Okay, so you get that little rush feeling, the thrill of the hunt. Okay, epinephrine has different effects on your body tissues, and it's used as medication in several different forms. Generally, epinephrine will increase the heart rate and blood pressure and dilate the passage in the lungs. But it can ease your breathing problems, such as asthma, right? If a person goes into anaphylactic shock, like if they get stung by a bee or something, epinephrine can help maintain that person's blood pressure, okay? Which is very life-saving. So epinephrine is not exactly for patients who have an allergic reaction or like suddenly they can't breathe anymore, blah blah. This medication is you don't want to give it to patients with hypertension or hypothermia. Hypertension, of course, is high blood pressure. Hypothermia is the when you get too cold and your body starts going nuts. So, and you don't want to give it to a patient that's gonna have that looks like they're about to have a heart attack. Okay. So epinephrine is it dilates passages in your lungs. It constricts your blood vessels, causing increased blood pressure. So we see nitroglycerin lowers blood pressure, while epinephrine increases blood pressure. Okay. It also increases your heart rate and your blood pressure. So it's kind of like your body is like power boost. Okay. Like your power boost. Okay. So what's next? That's pretty much it. I'm not super busy at the moment, but I got a lot of little side projects going on. They're doing like this volunteering thing for this mental health thing. I'm really trying to set up some stuff with the Red Cross. I haven't really been doing that. I've been kind of slacking off lately. And next time I do really want to go over some of the basics and fetal circulation and all the other stuff that I want to go through last time, and the other trimester of pregnancy. We gotta start somewhere, right? We gotta start from the very basic life from cell all the way up to the human body. Okay, so anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for listening and watching wherever you are in the world. And if they're trying to be a doctor, or a nurse, or a PA, I wish you luck, because we're gonna need it.